Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and my next stop is in Deshler, Nebraska, which is about 160 miles southwest of Omaha. Little town, 750 population. Elevation is about 1560, and the Verizon internet here is fairly good. And like most small towns, there are unique things about them, and I'm going to show you what I find. The first thing you see turning off from the main highway is the Deshler arboretum, and across the street is a cemetery. It looks like a fairly modern cemetery with a section here for the upright monuments, and then a section here, a much larger section for these level on the ground monuments, which actually are called ledgers. Looks like most people do prefer them here. And right across the street, let's see what is in the arboretum. Well, it looks like a small one. And I don't see a lot of variety. It does have signs to show you what is planted. I'm going to go into the gazebo where it's shady. This is a hot day in August, let me tell you. Well, back here is just the lawn, and then here is a windmill, which doesn't seem to be doing anything. It's also called the Deshler Centennial Park, and it was dedicated 100 years after the creation of the city in 1887, because the railroad was built through this area. The railroad goes right through town, and that is the Deshler broom factory. And here is the sign where you turn off of the main highway to go into town. You see the big broom there? Oh, this says the world's largest broom factory, up to 1998. This might be the world's smallest arboretum. Certainly the smallest I've ever seen. Right along the road at the city park, you will see a row of RVs right here. And there's mine. There are 10 hookup spaces here, and each one of them has a power box with 20 and 30 amp only. And most of them also have a water faucet. And from there over to where I'm parked, there is an area where you can park without hookups if that's what you want. So this is a big gravel lot, and then down into the park is another area of RV parking. And here there are 12 more RV hookup spaces right across from the city park recreation playground facilities. And they have these cute little digging toys that you can play in and act like you're really working. There's some big shelter covered picnic areas and gazebos. And next to that gazebo is the swimming pool. Here is the entrance to the pool, and that shows the hours. And here are the pool regulations, and I find this interesting. No person shall be permitted to use the pool without first having used the toilet and having taken a warm water shower in the nude using soap. I wonder who they stand guard to make sure everyone follows those rules. And when I saw this, I thought maybe maximum bather load 160. Well, what if you weigh more than 160? No, it turns out that means that the pool is only allowed to have 160 people in it at a time. There's a nice wading pool here, and then a pretty good size pool that they have, except no water slide. Behind the pool is a baseball field, and this is an interesting sign. Never seen that before. Drain a bottle, drain your future. Help stop underage drinking. I wonder how well that sign works. Now you can see this RV parking area has some nice tree coverage, unlike where I am. So some people like the trees and some people don't. Look at this really big sheltered picnic area with one lonely table. There's also a disc golf course. There's another goal right there beside the shelter here. Just before the shaded RV parking area, there is this sign that says your first 3 days are free, 7 days maximum, and if you want to stay longer than 3, then it's $10 a day. This tells you where to pay the fees, and there is no sewer dump here at the park, but that tells you where in town to go where there is a sewer dump. The restroom is right next to the pool, open 24 hours. They do have showers here, but they're only open when the pool is open. So they do have a really nice park and swimming pool here. So best if you come during the summer. And right next to the park are the fairgrounds, and they do have a fair going on right now. They're just getting the fair rides started operating here, so the fair will not start until this coming weekend. They are actually having a parade today. I assume it's for the opening of the county fair. Wow, look at these big bikes. Wish they would play some music. It's just tapping noises. Here's an unusual gazebo. I don't think that's going to help much in the rain. And what is this? Some kind of monster, a serpent? Oh, I think some artist intended it to be maybe a stegosaurus. Their disc golf course is called the Rattlesnake Run. Now this town does have something that you don't normally find even in large cities. A model train store. Here's some books and videos. And here's your small gauge, HO gauge model trains. All these engines, and each one has the price on it. There's a car that carries cars, if you need one of those. All kinds of cars. And they're in these boxes here. That is quite an inventory. All sorts of other model train supplies, little paint bottles. They really do have an amazingly large inventory here. Look at all this. Wow, people must come from all around the country, I would imagine, that are model train enthusiasts to buy other stuff here. But I bet most of their business is done online. So it's both a retail store and a warehouse. This is quite quite stunning. I had a train set when I was a kid. As soon as I got a hold of some money, I would buy more cars for my train set. I don't know what happened to that collection that I used to have. Here's another back room. Wow, I bet there is nothing they don't have regarding model trains. So if you're into model trains, now you know where to go to fix up your collection or add to it. This is quite stunning, and why they chose this location to put it, I have no idea. I bet it's just cheap rent here, and they expect to do nearly all of their business online. You can even get your model train enthusiast t-shirts here. There doesn't seem to be any restaurants in this town. There's the grocery store. There is a bar here called the 4th Street Tavern with this mural on the side. And here's some history of the town. But I haven't been able to figure out whether or not this tavern serves meals or not. And it doesn't open until 4 p.m. each day. Well, somebody told me that bar in town does not serve food, and the only place in town that resembles a restaurant is this gas station convenience store, which actually is not bad. They have a Godfather's Pizza Express in there, which, by the way, is my favorite pizza. And they have 6 tables where you can sit down and eat. And that is what I just got through doing. Had my lunch here. Not bad at all. I've been in Deshler 3 days now. The first day I was here, they had a parade. And then that night, the county fair opened. And now here on my last day, they're having a classic car show in the park. I just picked a random day to show up here in Deshler, just what was along my regular route schedule, but I seem to have come on maybe the best time of the year to be here in Deshler. including the Fayette County Show and Shine. And this show is covering the whole range of antique to classic cars, and even some modern ones.
We made ramps like we did with the bicycles. Run it through the ditch. Whoop.
Imagine the trunk space this thing must have. Even as modern as an '06 Corvette. Nice little bonus show they have for me here.
Enter JPL Crane, Bearberry, Big Chairs Toys.
This would be a good day to go swimming.
No.
Well, folks, it's so hot today I could not resist the pool. Deshler may be out of your way from where you're going, but I think it's worth a visit. Good day, folks.
I don't know if they'll let me go.